Hi, Queen LV. Talk to me Tuesday, May 7th, 2019. And basically, I did two things this week. One is I quilted I don't know if this is going to be a baby quilt or a wall hanging. It just depends on how someone wants to use it. But this was what I used to test my overlapping squares pattern. And so I just made 5 squares out of it, used the leftover scraps of those 5. I guess I used 6 fat quarters for it and used the scraps to make the border, and then I quilted it. So here's the back, 4 more fat quarters. So probably 5.5 fat quarters when I get down to it, because each of the blocks takes 2 fat quarters, and then the center one just took 2, but it was 2 makes 2. So I don't know. Depends on how you do your math. Anyway, when this gets bound, it's going to be ready. And I try to learn something with each of my new projects. And this was the first time I used 2 borders. 2 borders. I've always used 2 borders. Case in point, 1 border. This is the first time I've used 2 battings. And so I don't know if you can see, it's a little puffier. I think you, as viewers, I notice this when other people do videos, you can see clearer usually than the person over here sees it on the screens. But anyway, it's just a little puffier, and so I like that look, and it was no different than using 1 batting. It was just puffier, so I like that. And the other thing I did on this one is I can't see them, but you probably can. You see all these threads? This is the first time that I have tied off threads instead of just clipping them. And I just wanted to, I didn't do the ones on the edge. Thank you, Jennifer Orr, for explaining this. What I did was, each time I stopped and started, I brought the bottom and the bobbin and the top thread together, tied them in a knot, and now when I get my needle out to bind this, I'm going to bury those in the batting. So I'll probably trim on 2 there. Some are pretty long. Anyway, that was a new thing. I didn't particularly need to do it on this piece, but I just wanted to do it. So I would, in case someone needs me to do that in the future, I have some experience with that, and it's actually really, really simple. Just each time I tied them as I went, so I knew they were all tied rather than figuring out if I tied them, which ones I tied or anything. Anyway, that was fun, and I think it's cute. Whoa, that's the back. There's no top or bottom. I don't know what I'm looking for. So I'm happy with that. And once I decide to get some binding on some things, I am going to be caught up on I joined a Facebook group, some other people here in it, they could tell you what the name of it is. I'm tired. I had a long day, but it's a personal challenge to finish a UFO a month. And so I finished in January, and then February, March, April, I have till the end of May to do the next one. So I'm 3 behind, but I have 3 that are finished except binding. So this isn't a UFO, but I have 3. So when I decide to get some quiet time to do some binding, then I'm going to be caught up on that challenge, which is pretty exciting, because I had planned to do at least 12 UFOs this year, and this is keeping me on track except for the binding, but I'm going to get to it. So I was happy with that. The other thing I'm working on is the foxes for my daughter, and her birthday is coming up really quick on me, and that's good because I got the foxes finished, and I'm going to piece them and then it's smooth sailing from there. That's going to be, there's 16 blocks. It's not going to take much time. And then you'll see here from these boxes, you know, just what I don't need right now is new projects. And so I joined the Create Your Own Adventure Challenge on Phantom and Stitches, which I've kind of been waiting for because it just looks so awfully fun. And it turns out we are in week 1 and I am having a blast. We're in the planning stage this week. Next week we're going to sew. I need to sew 2 or 3 blocks next week. I have designed 2 of them, so I'm on track with that. So excited about it. And then my other daughter, not the fox one, is graduating from college next week, and I am making her a surprise quilt for her graduation in her school colors. And her colors are blue and silver, and they it's a very, you can't get school colors wrong. And when I usually do cards or something like that, I just go to their website, I get their official RGB numbers, I put them into Photoshop, and it's easy. But with fabric, it's really hard, particularly since I'm in this solid phase. You might have noticed everything around me is solids except for the swap things I got. Even my old one in the I did this many years ago, and turns out it's not, it's prints, but read solid. Anyway, I needed blue and silver fabric, and they had to be right. And so I went to the website. I also am doing the school logo, and it has to be right. You can't just, like, you know how people are about their schools. You can't just, like, change the logo or the school colors. They're just funny about that. And so I did design the school logo, which is the simplest thing in the world. It's an easy logo, so I'm fortunate there. And I have a quilt designed around some things, and I ordered the blue, and it's a funny blue. It's a blue, and it's a kind of a navy. Maybe, I don't know, royal, I don't know. Different places call it different things on fabric stores. And so, but I matched it on my screen, and when it came in, it's a good school blue. But the silver, they have silver and an alternate gray, and they give you the RGB numbers and all the other numbers, hex numbers and all of that for the silver or the gray. Both are acceptable. I didn't want to make it shiny, and so I went with the gray, and I put the photo from the fabric store right next to the photo from the school, and they were awfully close. And I ordered blue and gray fabric. The blue is perfect, and the gray is too dark. So I reordered, and yesterday I got new gray, and it's perfect. So as soon as I get these boxes out the door, I am going to do that, because those are my deadlines. Then there has got to be a psychological disorder that many of us suffer from. I know I'm not alone. Some of you are stronger than some of us, but we need to come up with a name for it and write to the International Psychological Association, whoever that is, I should know, and ask them what this disorder is that several of us suffer from. And it is the absolute inability to turn down a challenge. I must be in 12 challenges this year, and I passed on Star Trek, which I'm still shocked I was able to do, but I haven't finished Hocus Pocus. I am in so many challenges. I'm in the 52 blocks in 52 weeks, 50 blocks in 50 weeks. I'm now in Create Your Own Adventure, and wouldn't you know, Brady Sparrow Quilting, Canadian company, Sparrow Quilts, Sparrow Quilting, something. Anyway, Brady Sparrow challenged us. First, she sent a spool of glide thread with the challenge to give a review. No problem. I used the glide, loved it, and gave a really good review. But the next challenge was a fat quarter. She's got these grunge blocks, and they're pretty. See, this looks blue on my screen, and I know it looks green on yours. So these fat quarters, And I'm pretty sure their painter's palette, pretty sure, grunge. And so she sends you a free fat quarter in this grunge, and you have until, I think, July 31. I think we have 3 months to create a block. Has to be more than 12 inches square, and use this grunge, and then post it on Facebook. The person with the most likes wins, and it's like a great prize. It's anyway, great prize. But so I did that, a free fat quarter, and then she said, well, I'm sending you this free fat quarter if you buy 10 fat quarters of grunge. I'll send those with these, and this is like a second challenge where you have to make, you don't have to design it, you just have to make a quilt, and it's a minimum, it's maybe 60 inches square or something, using these, plus whatever you want, and same rules. The winner, the person who gets the most likes, gets that. And I just said, yeah, count me in, because you know what I need to do in the next 3 months? Make a block out of this and a quilt out of this. Okay, so I'm kind of happy about it, excited about it, but I cannot turn down a challenge, and it's becoming a problem. So, however, I have to tell you, I'm not in one that I dislike. This one is still my favorite, and I had to back burner it because of deadlines, but it's my next non-deadline thing, and it's going to get finished. So anyway, I'm not alone in this. I see others of you on the same challenge boards that I'm on, and it's an illness. And I have to tell you, not looking for a cure, just looking for some help to find more time to finish the challenges. So anyway, that's what I'm up to, and keeping me quite busy. And hopefully next week I will show you photos of a finished box wall hanging for my daughter, and a good start on the surprise graduation one. Everybody had a great week, and sorry this ran so long, but I got to ranting, didn't I? Bye.